gracefully funded by the entire northern Kenya region, 14 counties to be specific. Yeah, and this is going to really contribute towards opening up those areas for economic activities. And there are three components: mini grids, solar power in public facilities. These are schools, administrative units, hospitals, and so on and so forth. And then solar power for community boreholes. Yeah, these are the counties. Yeah. Yeah, and this project is being implemented by both KPLC and REREC, covering a different number of sites and the number of contractors. These contractors are few because one contractor may do more than one project. Yeah. Yes, the total amount, Your Excellency, of course, is 11.4 billion. Yeah, this particular component is 9.4 billion. Yeah. The second one is the public facilities, similarly, 343 sites. Yeah, covering those number of counties at 438 million. Then the solar water pumping for boreholes, similarly, 316 in those counties at 1.6 billion. Yes. The number of beneficiaries, Your Excellency, this project, once it is complete, would have actually touched 1.1 million people. Yeah. It's a remarkable project at 11.4 billion shillings. Yeah, this is a typical mini grid in a typical northern Kenya or Kosap County. Yeah. And apart from the Kosap project, which is costing us 11.4 billion, there are a number of projects that the GOK is implementing in these same counties, okay, as highlighted here. You see, yes, in those counties, solar mini grid, a big one in Wajir County, and then similarly, yes, and then grid extension. This one is very important, Your Excellency. This line from Lokichar to Lodwar. By April 2026, that project will be complete. It's going to revolutionize that entire area. Yes. Yeah. And finally, the last mile electrification program, which is going on in those counties under KPLC. Correct. In addition to the 0.4 billion. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Your Excellency. And these are the counties. These are the 14 counties spread across that entire swath of the nation. Yeah. And this is a representation of a mini grid.
present, led by Principal Secretary for State Department of Energy, Mr. Alex Washira, Dr. Chimiao Fan, Country Director for World Bank, Chair of the Energy Committee in the National Assembly, Engineer Vincent Kawaya, Members of Parliament, Chairpersons and CEOs present, all national and county government leaders present, distinguished guests. Your Excellency, sir, with your permission, allow me at this point to invite the Principal Secretary, State Department for Energy, Alex Washira, to guide us, to make some few remarks, but also guide us with the program. Let's put our hands together as we welcome him. Karibu sana, Bwana PS. Welcome.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei RUTO, our Cabinet Secretary, Honorable James Opiyo Wandayi, Country Director, World Bank, Chimiao Fan, our governors present, my colleague PS Raymond Omolo, our Chair CEOs, our Chair for Energy Committee, Vincent Kawaya, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Your Excellency, today we mark a momentous occasion where Your Excellency, 72% of the land size of Kenya, through the inking of the pen today, is going to see remarkable progress. And Your Excellency, today marks another day like the one you hosted us last year, 27th of May in State House, where we signed 22 billion for last mile in 35 counties. Today we are signing for the remaining 14 counties in ASAL, Kenya. Your Excellency, the journey has not been easy. This was one of a stall project, Your Excellency, and allow me to recognize just a few people who have made the efforts to ensure that this project gets to where it is. Number one, Your Excellency, allow me to recognize World Bank for the role they have played. We really appreciate you. Secondly, Your Excellency, we have officers from the State Department for Energy, KPLC, and REDEC. These officers, Your Excellency, have gone to every of the 113 sites that we are going to do the mini-grids, the public facilities that we are going to do the standalone solar systems, and the boreholes, Your Excellency. And with that, Your Excellency, because this has been a whole government approach, I also want to recognize the government officials, the NGAO officers, who have helped us in terms of community engagements and ensuring that we get the community to buy in. And last but not least, Your Excellency, we had a challenge with the land. And I want to single out National Lands Commission and the Ministry of Lands that has really helped us to get where we are. Your Excellency, with those few remarks, allow me to invite the World Bank Country Director to just make few remarks, and immediately after that, Your Excellency, will allow me to invite the Cabinet Secretary who will recognize the presence of our leaders. We have many leaders. I can see governors here, members of Parliament here, and he'll be able to guide the rest of the program. Karibu sana, Country Director, World Bank.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Honorable Cabinet Secretaries, Principal Secretaries, Governors, Senators and members of the National Assembly, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very good morning to you all. Jumbo. Mr. President and ladies and gentlemen, it's a real pleasure for me to be here today to witness the signing of the contracts for mini-grids and institutional solar systems under the Kenya Solar Access Solar Power Off-Grid Solar Access Project for underserved counties. Ladies and gentlemen, for most of us here today, electricity has become an essential part of our lives. I think you would all agree that in fact our lives will actually be quite miserable, literally, if we don't have access to electricity for a few days or even for a few hours. And yet, on this continent, there's still some 600 million people who don't have access to electricity. I think you will agree with me that is not acceptable. And that is why the World Bank Group, together with the African Development Bank, has set an ambitious target of providing electricity access to an additional 300 million people by 2030 on this continent. Kenya has been a leader in renewable energy, Your Excellency. And with about 76% of electrification today, I think you're well on your way to reach universal electricity coverage by 2030. And we at the World Bank are very proud to have been a partner in Kenya's electricity and energy sector and in your journey to reach 100% renewable energy and universal coverage of electricity. We're very committed to provide support, to provide electricity access to an additional 18 million people in Kenya by 2030, Your Excellency, and this project is one important part of that initiative. As you've been briefed, Your Excellency, Mr. President, that there are already close to 900 million people that already benefited from electricity from this project, and a total of between 1.2 to 1.3 million people will have access to electricity. In addition, this project will provide affordable and reliable electricity to many public facilities like schools, healthcare facilities, and other community facilities, as well as, I hope, to many, many businesses. Your Excellency, I believe that these electricity access will not only improve the lives of the 1.3 or so million people who will benefit directly, but I believe it will be an important catalyst to help the country to create more, better, and more inclusive jobs. I know a goal that you have in your mind every day, Mr. President. We are very committed to support you in this journey, and we're very proud to have been your long-term partner. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, you have our commitment to continue to support you in your journey to foster sustainable and inclusive and resilient growth, and to create more, better, and more inclusive jobs, and a bright future for all Kenyans. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, hamjambo, hamjambo tena, muko sambamba. Aya, correct. Let me say this, Your Excellency, allow me to thank you most sincerely for accepting our invitation to grace this very important event. This event, Your Excellency, without a doubt, marks a major milestone in our energy transformation. Your Excellency, today we are setting on a journey to light up a huge landmass of the Republic of Kenya that in ordinary circumstances would not have been able to get access to electricity. It's only happening in under your administration, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, you know Kenya's Vision 2030 And indeed, your own commitment is to see universal access to electricity by the year 2030. And that is in tandem, Your Excellency, with Africa's Mission 300, which the World Bank and other stakeholders are spearheading, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, under your administration, we have seen remarkable progress. It's only a few weeks ago that we commissioned similar mini-grids in islands on Lake Victoria and other parts of the country. These are regions, these are places that would have taken centuries for the national grid to get to them. And Your Excellency, this is further testament to your commitment to develop the country equitably. Your Excellency, there are parts of this country that have been left behind for very many years. Very many years. It is only under your administration that they are now in a position to fail as part and parcel of the Great Republic of Kenya. So that is a wonderful achievement. That as you develop the country, you develop it holistically, as a whole, without leaving any section or part of the country behind. And therefore, Your Excellency, today, we are on a new pedestal. And as we embark on this journey, we only pray that God gives you good health and the courage to continue steering the ship of the country. We are sure, Your Excellency, that with this pace of development, especially in the energy sector, by the time you will be completing your second term, Your Excellency, God willing, this country would have made very, very serious steps in terms of development. Allow me, Your Excellency, to recognize a few leaders who are here. And we have Governor Nadhif Jama, the governor of the county of Garissa, Governor Simon Kachapin, the governor of West Pokot, Governor Isa Timami of Lamu, Governor Dado Godana of Tana River. We have with us the chairman of the Committee on Energy in the National Assembly, the Honorable Engineer Vincent Kawaya, and a number of members of parliament. If you may be upstanding, the honorable members of parliament who are here. I may not mention you by name. Thank you very much for gracing this occasion. But therefore, allow me, Excellency, in just under 2 minutes, to invite a few of them, just a few of them, to just come and say hello. The Deputy Governor of Kilifi. The Deputy Governor of Kilifi, my good sister. Yeah, thank you very much. Allow me to invite Mheshimiwa Abdullahi Bashir, just for 30 seconds. He's the chairman of the pastoralist MPs. I'm sure you know that. Yes, my good friend Abdullahi Bashir, the MP for Mandera North. He will be followed in quick succession by the chairman of the Energy Committee.
Thank you, Your Excellency, and I want to acknowledge the presence of all the other members. We also have our patron, Dido Raso, and all the members present here, including the father of the house, Mheshimiwa Kenan. Your Excellency, this is a project that has stalled in 2018, and now that it has come to fruition under your leadership. As the minister has said, you're opening up areas that probably would never have been opened. And we want to say a very big thank you, because 72% of Kenya is where these off-grid solar grids are going to be operated on. So we want to say a very big thank you. You are making Kenya to be equal. All parts of Kenya under your leadership is becoming equal. Last time you visited our areas, you made progressive pronouncements. We still thank you. And now today here, we are talking about 13.8 billion going to those areas so that solar energy can be something that can be used in all parts of the country. On behalf of the Pastoralist Parliamentary Group and members of Parliament present, I want to say a big thank you and thank you very much, Your Excellency. Continue steering the ship And inshallah, going forward, 2027, all members, all counties will be with you. Thank you very much.
Aya, the chairman of the Committee on Energy, the Honorable Engineer Vincent Kawaya. Please come forward.
Thank you. Your Excellency, leaders present, today is a momentous day. I see the joy when we light up a single village. I can imagine that multiplied by 1.2 million beneficiaries who are going to benefit from this particular project. I want to thank your office for accelerating this particular program. I want to thank the ministry for the partnership and all the players. Let me say, there is nothing that makes an oversight authority happier than when things are done right. COSAP is one thing that is being done right, because it also sends a signal that every Kenyan matters. A huge population has been left out just because they have a huge landmass. Probably the population might be small, but Your Excellency, you have said that all these Kenyans matter and you are lighting up all these villages. I want to pledge the support of the Energy Committee. We do not just oversight blindly. When things are done right, we say they have been done right. And Your Excellency, maybe just a small request that first we understand that solar is a way to go, especially when backed by energy storage systems. Because it happens conveniently that these areas covered by COSAP solar projects, they actually are naturally lit with enough solar that can be able to sustain these programs both during the day and during the night. The only request would be that we have a vote head that also makes sure that the turnaround for maintenance is very, very short, so that whenever we have a breakdown, then the fixing time is reduced. On behalf of the Parliament of Kenya, we are going to work with you to ensure the success of this project and the myriad of projects that have been started under the administration of your leadership, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William RUTO. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Your Excellency, if you may indulge me, I reckon that we are in Nairobi, and I saw the Honorable George Aladwa, the MP for Makadara, is here. Okay, who is also the chairman of Nairobi. Just 1 second, before I invite the governor. If I don't invite him, I'll be in trouble, Your Excellency.
Asante waziri, na washukuru rais wetu. Tuko pia na mbunge jirani wa hapa rais. Nikakwamba tuko dakika moja pia Mheshimiwa Luoch akuje. Mheshimiwa Luoch, wacha rais kuja kwanza, wacha kuja. Kimbia tumebaki dakika moja.
You know, I have my chairman of the county directing me wachana na rais, which is a very difficult call to do. Your Excellency, governors present and colleagues, thank you very much for inviting us to this particular occasion. I am a neighboring constituency member of parliament in Mathare. I send the apologies of Honorable TJ Kajwang, whose phone was still off, but he said, jirani yangu kama uko, kuja to represent where rais is. Your Excellency, you know, some years back at independence, a decision was made that let us develop some part of Kenya tutarudi kwa zingine. I think it was sessional paper number 10. If that thing was reversed and Nairobi was told ngoja, we would be in the capital city somewhere in northeastern Kenya. Now, so many years after, it is only possible that we touch northeastern through a principle in the Constitution called affirmative action. I am very happy that this principle is something that His Excellency has embraced. If there is one reason why I am associated with the President, mimi mambo ya 2027 watatupanga na baba wakisema tutafuata. Watatupanga na wale watu wanasema AU sijui nini, wakitupanga na baba 2027 hiyo tutafuata. At the moment, on the question of affirmative action, I have found that the #1 ambassador whom if you speak to on this question will listen is the president. Ukiwacha hii mambo ya kawi, His Excellency the President applied affirmative action on infrastructure ya shule za Nairobi and gave us 58 million Kenya shillings per constituency. For this reason, Nairobi and my constituency Mathare should support the president on this agenda. I know Aladwa wants me to stop, but allow me to add this one question, Your Excellency. There are places in Nairobi that have been under darkness for the last 7 years. And I have engaged the president on this issue, and just this morning, he has directed the RAREC team and the PS to come up with a model that will ensure that this constituency and one of us, that is Kosovo in Mathare and Mukuru and the others, can have a model where they can be connected to last mile. That can only happen under the question and the principle of affirmative action. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, and we look forward to your coming to launch this plus housing in Mathare. Asante.
Asante Mheshimiwa Oluoch, kwa niaba ya Nairobi. Mheshimiwa Rais, karibu. Leo sio siku yetu, leo ni siku ya kaunti zingine. Sisi tunawakaribisha, mjisikie mko huru. Ningesema tu vile Mheshimiwa Wandai waziri amesema ya kwamba sisi hatuongea mambo ya mwaka huu na mwaka ujao. Rais 2027 tuliona wengine wakicheka wakisherekea, but mimi naweka hapa clear kama mwenyekiti wa ODM Nairobi, 2027 tuko nyuma yako. Hakuna cha stories, tuko nyuma yako 100%. Wewe panga mambo hii kidogo kidogo ya hapa na pale, ya 2027 kura itafuatana kuruka. Sisi tuko nyuma yako. Umetembea na baba, tumeona Jumamosi, last week tumeona, na hiyo ni heshima kwa ndugu yako mkubwa. Na unapotembea ndugu yako mkubwa na mwingine anacheka, wewe cheka, na 2027 tutachekana na wewe. Kwa hivyo Rais, ukiwa Nairobi uko kwako, tembea. Sisi ni wanasiasa. Kawai ni ndio chairman wangu, mimi niko committee ya energy na is our able chairman. So sikia, uko huru. Wandai, wewe ndio ulitupatia waziri Wandai na ni ODM, anafanya kazi ya loyal. Tusukume hiyo gurudumu, na nawakumbusha wale ODM wanaongea huko kando kando, waongee tu, lakini sisi ODM original, Rais ni William Samoei Ruto. Mungu abariki.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa George Aladwa. Allow me, Your Excellency, to invite Governor Nadhif Jama to come and make some very short remarks.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, my colleagues, governors present, CSS, PSS, MPs, and all protocol observed. Your Excellency, my remarks will be very, very brief. I want to make my remarks on behalf not only of the COG, but also in particular on behalf of the many ASAL counties represented here, or who are the beneficiaries of this program, in my capacity as the chair of the Council of Governors Committee of the ASAL counties. And also, Your Excellency, I want to mention to you that of the many counties who are benefiting, all the 10 counties of the FCDC are also beneficiaries in this program. Your Excellency, without saying much, we want to say a very big thank you to you and to the World Bank, to the national government entities, RAREC, KPLC, and all those who undertook this program. No doubt this is a game changer in our counties, Your Excellency, and most of the beneficiaries, as I said, are our people in the ASAL counties. We are extremely happy that this game-changing project will indeed serve our people.
Your Excellency, the many remarks made here also reminded me of the great visit that you made to our region just about 2 weeks ago, where you also really opened up really a great projects and announced very, very interesting initiatives. We are saying that together with also this one here, you are indeed, if not, you have actually revised or completely did away with the sessional paper number 10, which deliberately marginalized our region for those many years. I think, without doubt, these kind of projects are the projects that no doubt will play a big role in the development of our region, and therefore, Your Excellency, mine is to say a big thank you on behalf of the counties, the 14 counties that are benefiting from this very, very important project. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Governor Nadhif. Your Excellency, at this juncture, allow me to invite you to come and address your people. Let us be upstanding as we usher in His Excellency, the President, as he comes forward to launch this program. Thank you very much, Excellency.
Asanteni sana. Good morning, everybody. Please take your seats. Asanteni sana. Asanteni sana. Thank you. Asante sana. Nairobi hoye. Nairobi hoye. Bas, asanteni sana. Ningependa kuchukua nafasi hii kwa niaba ya serikali ya Kenya kusema ya kwamba tumefika hapa asubuhi ya leo katika ghafla hii ya muhimu ya mambo ya umeme katika taifa letu la Kenya. And let me make this statement. The World Bank Country Director, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure for me to join you today for this milestone event, one that brings us a definitive step closer to fulfilling a fundamental promise to the people of Kenya, achieving universal health coverage by the year 2030. Today, we sign contracts worth 11.6 billion to extend electricity to communities that have remained on the fringes of development. As you're aware, 76% or thereabout is in the asal parts of our republic. And for a very long time, they have been left behind because of the expansiveness of that region and because of other difficulties of communication, connectivity, and other challenges that have bedeviled that corner of Kenya for a very long time. The government of Kenya designed this COSAP program as an affirmative action program to take care of the people of the 14 counties that forms the northern part of Kenya. The 14 contracts signed today will establish 113 mini-grids, bring electricity to counties of Turkana, Marsabit, Samburu, Isiolo, Mandera, Wajir, Garissa, Tana River, Lamu, Kilifi, Kwale, and Narok. This marks a significant step and expansion of Kenya's growing energy revolution. Additionally, 6 contracts will be signed to ensure that 343 public health facilities, schools, and administrative offices are connected to electricity through standalone solar systems at a cost of 438 million. A further 316 solar water pumps 4 boreholes worth 1.6 billion are in the final stages of procurement, ensuring that electricity not only lights homes, but also powers essential services for communities across Kenya. Today's event is more than just a contract signing. It is a reaffirmation of our unwavering commitment to inclusive development. It sends a clear message that no Kenyan, regardless of location or background, will be left behind in our nation's march to progress. Our mission is to extend modern, reliable, and affordable electricity to every home, school, and business, from the most remote villages to the busiest urban centers. This is the foundation of our development agenda, firmly anchored on Vision 2030 and the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, ensuring that every citizen has access to opportunity, access to progress, and dignity. Kenya has made remarkable strides in electrification, increasing access from 29% in 2013 to 75% today, positioning us among the leading nations in sub-Saharan Africa. However, this progress has not been uniform. While electrification has advanced in urban centers and along major transport corridors, vast rural areas remain in darkness. For communities far from the national grid, solar power offers the most practical, cost-effective, and immediate solution. That is why the government of Kenya, in partnership with the World Bank, is implementing the Kenya Off-Grid Solar Access Project, commonly known as COSAP. This initiative is about more than just power. It is about transformation. With electricity in health facilities, vaccines and essential medicines will be safely stored, ensuring life-saving treatment reaches all that need it. With electricity in schools, our children will benefit from longer study hours, better learning environment, and greater opportunities to excel. With power in homes and businesses, we will unlock new economic opportunities, support small and micro enterprises, and create jobs, turning villages into vibrant hubs of commerce and innovation. Distinguished guests, through the last mile connectivity program under the Kenya Power, 1.2 million customers have already been connected in the last 2 years, with another 460,000 set to benefit by 2026. Through REDEC, we have connected 63,000 out of 93,000 identified public facilities, including 22,900 public primary schools. This work continues with 1,071 public facilities projected to be completed in 2023-2024 financial year, and another 1,450 currently underway in the financial year 2024-2025. Beyond expanding access, we remain committed to achieving a 100% clean energy grid by 2030. Diesel-powered stations are being hybridized and with solar PV systems, and plans are underway to install an additional 8 megawatts of solar power in Wajir County. In Lodwar, we are taking a bold and decisive step to shut down the diesel power plant operated by Kenya Power and extending national grid to Lodwar by next year. I am looking for that proud moment to switch off the diesel power plant in Lodwar for the first time. This includes constructing a 100-kilometer of 66 kilowatt power lines and a substation at a cost of 900 million. These projects are clear statements of intent. We are reducing our dependence on costly and polluting diesel power, cutting energy costs, and reinforcing our climate commitments while enhancing access to our communities, to our villages, and to our towns. Until every household, school, business, and health facility in Kenya has reliable and affordable electricity. And I want to confirm that for the last 7 years, we've had estates, or in fact, areas like Kosovo here in Hospital Ward, Mukuru kwa Njenga, Mukuru kwa Ruben, Mugumoini in Embakasi West, that have lived in darkness for the last 7 years. I have given very firm instructions to the ministry, to REREC, and to Kenya Power to develop a mechanism where we will light up those estates and those areas of Nairobi. It cannot be that in the capital city of Kenya, there are citizens living in darkness. And the Departmental Committee of Energy at the National Assembly, as we engage with the supplementary budget, we must provide resources for that to happen so that we can light up those areas of Nairobi as we light up the bigger part of northern Kenya. And we are intentional. We are deliberate as we do this because we must develop this country in a wholesome manner. Last week, or the week before, I was in northern Kenya, and I did announce a major road artery that will be constructed from Isiolo through Wajir all the way to Mandera. And many people assume or think it is a joke. Let me tell you, good people, you know, in this country, sometimes we take matters of life and death as if it is a joke. I am committed to delivering on that 750 kilometer of road from Isiolo to Mandera because for a very long time, we have left northern Kenya behind. And it is a deliberate statement by the government of Kenya, through this administration, that no part of Kenya will be left behind. We did develop a transport corridor that connected Mombasa to Malaba, and that is why our development has concentrated on that transport corridor. It is time that we have a second transport corridor that goes all the way to Mandera. And I want to ask the people of Kenya, as we develop that transport corridor, there will be huge opportunities. Take time and sample those opportunities. Find your way and develop. As that piece of infrastructure is being developed, and I want to confirm here that there are already 7 contractors on the ground to make sure that that road is done. And we will continue in developing this country equitably. Every part of Kenya is as important as the other part of Kenya. It is also the same reason that the government of Kenya provided an extra 1 billion shillings for especially informal settlements in Nairobi to develop schools. Because here in Nairobi we have had instances where we have many children who have no access to education because where they live, there are no public schools. And we will continue to sample the opportunities, look out for the people who are vulnerable, look out for those who are left behind, and carry them along so that we can move together as a nation. So apart from the electrification program that we have all the other programs that are running. Our housing program is on course, and I want to assure the people of hospital ward here in Kosovo and all the other areas. Your member of parliament has been on my case so many times, but I want to assure them and to assure your people, Mheshimiwa, that this morning there was an inspection by the leadership of the Kenya Police. We are going to provide land to develop our affordable housing program so that the people who gave way on the Nairobi River can be given the first priority as we develop our affordable housing program. Shortly, maybe in the next coming weeks, I will be launching the program on the Nairobi River that will see the development of Nairobi River afresh, and that we will never again have a smelly river in the middle of Nairobi. We will have a modern transport corridor and a proper piece of infrastructure around the Nairobi River. Again, it is because we must do the things we must do to change our country, irrespective of all the other things and all the other considerations that ordinarily inform decisions that have political ramifications. To the contractors, signing this as present here, members of parliament and community representatives, I ask for your support in ensuring this project succeed and deliver tangible benefits to the Kenyans that will benefit from these facilities. And you have my commitment, that of this administration, to work together in partnership with you to make sure that we reach out to what the World Bank director here has given us, that this project is going to reach to about 1.1 million people in northern Kenya, in the 14 counties in northern Kenya, including Narok. So as we build this synergy, I want to ask us, as the people of Kenya, to be united as we focus on the development of our country. Elections are a one-day affair. Development is an everyday affair. And we must focus our energy on making sure that we close ranks in matters to do with the progress of our nation. And we ensure that we leave no one behind, and we engage everyone along the way as we build a nation, as we work on our development, as we work on our progress, as we work on creating jobs and having a nation that we can all be proud of. So let me encourage all of us as we conclude this event that I am looking forward to working with all the leaders, especially on the subjects that are important to the development of our country and that affect the people of the Republic of Kenya, because that is our calling, that is our responsibility, that is our assignment. Thank you very much to all of you leaders who have come to this event and all the other stakeholders who have come to participate in this event. I look forward to working with you. Asanteni sana. Tafadhali tunaweza keti chini kidogo. So viongozi wa Nairobi wameniuliza ya kwamba kuna sehemu ziko na matatizo ya umeme, vile nimesema hapa. Tayari tushakubaliana mpango ambayo tutakuwa nayo. Watu wa REREC, watu wa Kenya Power chini ya uongozi wa wizara watapanga haya maneno, na tumeambia kamati ya bunge wakati tunatengeneza budget ya supplementary next week tuhakikishe ya kwamba kutakuwa na pesa ambayo itasaidia kuanzisha hiyo program. Tumekubaliana vile vile wakati tunatengeneza Kenya kwa ujumla. Kila sehemu ya Kenya ni ya muhimu. Leo tunazungumzia stima Northern Kenya, mahali kwa muda mrefu wamebaki nyuma na wamebaki kwa giza. Pia tunazungumzia wale wako katikati yetu hapa Nairobi. kuna sehemu ya Nairobi pia vile kuna giza kule Northern Kenya, pia kuna giza hapa Nairobi katikati. Na tumesema pia hawa watu wa Nairobi wanaoishi hapa Kosovo, Mugumoine kule Embakasi West, wale wanaoishi Mukuru kwa Njenga, Mukuru kwa Ruben na sehemu zingine za Nairobi ambazo bado ziko na giza, pia tutawashughulikia ndio tuweze kuhamasisha Wakenya wote na tuweze kutembea kwa pamoja. Mimi vile vile nataka sote kama viongozi, wananchi, tuungane na tushirikiane katika harakati ya kusukuma mambo ya maendeleo. Kwa Nairobi, wananchi wengi, asilimia kubwa ya Nairobi wanaishi katika sehemu ambazo hazina barabara, haina maji, haina stima, na ndio sababu program yetu ya affordable housing tunaitumia kuisukuma, na mimi niko na imani ya kwamba kwa ushirika wa wananchi na viongozi wa hapa Nairobi na Kenya mzima tutaweza kutekeleza mpango huo kwa manufaa ya vijana wetu watakaopata ajira katika sehemu hizo, kwa faida ya wananchi ambao wanatafuta makao, na vile vile kuhakikisha kwamba tunaishi katika mazingira na mji ambao uko na mpango, uko na taratibu, na tunaendelea mbele sisi zote kwa pamoja. Asanteni sana na mimi nawatakia heri. Asante.
Tumpongeze rais kwa makofi tafadhali. Kwa hivyo naomba tafadhali wale ambao tunalete meza tulete kwa haraka ili tuweze kuwekwa kwa sahihi kwa kandarasi. Let's take our seats please. We'll now progress to the signing of the contracts, and at this point allow me to invite the CS, the PS and the country director for World Bank to come and also be part of the witnesses. But we'll also invite Mr. George Nduati Kibe together with Dr. Rose Mkalama to come and sign on the mini grids for Lot 4 and Lot 5 for Geo Solar Systems, starting with Geo Solar Systems. So kindly, if we can have Mr. George Nduati Kibe to take his position, then we'll also have the contracts brought, kindly. And as we do that, let me also request that Mr. Elisha Okello get ready, please, to come on this side to stand by on that side, because yours will be the next one and it'll still be REREC. So we'll have you also sign after we finish this one. So you can just stand by on that side. If we can kindly have the contract for Geo Solar Systems. This will be covering Marsabit County in Lysamis and North Hor. So this is a contract for Marsabit County, Lysamis and North Hor. This will be under REREC, and the contractor is Geo Solar Systems. And with that, we'll then have them maybe stand up and just have a picture before we then now invite Mr. Elisha Okello. Before we invite Mr. Okello. Okay. Thank you. Dr. Mkamala, I'll request you to remain because it's still REREC. Then we'll have Mr. Elisha Okello to kindly come and also sign on behalf of Bright Rays International Limited. This will be for Samburu County, West Samburu North and Samburu East. Let's have the next one here so that we're not... And let's also have Mr. Prakasan, TP, to be on standby. This will be for Kenya Power. We'll also have Dr. Engineer Joseph Sirol to kindly stand on standby as they will be signing the next ones on behalf of KPLC. Thank you. So you may just stand. Thank you. So let's now have Engineer Joseph Sirol together with Mr. Prakasan, TP, to sign on behalf of KPLC and on behalf of Master Power Systems and Linvit Technologies Private Limited. And this will be for Mandera County, Banisa Mandera, North, Liffey, and Mandera East constituencies. On standby, if we can kindly invite Mr. Japheth Manasseh More to stand on the side as you will be signing the next one, Mr. Japheth Manasseh More. So the current contract is for Mandera County, Banisa Mandera, North, Liffey, and Mandera East constituencies. And that's mini grid lot 1. Thank you. So thank you. Next, let's have Mr. Manasseh More together with Engineer Joseph Sirol. This will be on behalf of KPLC and on behalf of Tech 7 Automation Systems, Baran Telecom Network, and this will be covering Kilifi and Kwale counties. Kilifi and Kwale counties. And on standby, if we can have Anessa Osman, please. Anessa Osman to be on the side. You'll be signing next. So the next contract is for CP Solar Resources Limited. This will be covering Lamu, Kilifi, and Kwale. Karibu. And signing will have Dr. Engineer Joseph Sirol together with Anessa Osman on behalf of CP Solar Resources Limited. Again, this will be covering Lamu, Kilifi, and Kwale. If we can now have Mr. Wida Omari Nasta on standby. Wida Omari Nasta on standby. You'll be signing in next together with Dr. Engineer Joseph Sirol as the last contract that we're going to be signing at this point in time, as the rest have already been taken care of. So a quick photo. Thank you. Let's have Mr. Wida Omari Nasta to come on stage. And this is on behalf of Fast Conveyor Suppliers. This will be a standalone solar photovoltaic system, Lot 5, which will cover Garissa, Tana River, and Narok counties. That's Garissa, Tana River, and Narok counties. Mr. Wida Omari Nasta is signing on behalf of Fast Conveyor Suppliers Limited. Thank you. With your permission, Your Excellency, we'll quickly move the table, and let me request all the governors to come on stage for a quick photo with His Excellency. All governors present to kindly come as we remove the table for a quick photo with His Excellency. If I may also just request that we stand a bit forward, move a few steps forward so that we have better lighting. Then let's have all the contractors who signed to kindly stand by so that we'll have a photo with them. Kindly, all contractors who signed, please let's stand on the right of the stage. All contractors who signed. All contractors, actually all contractors present. All contractors present, please come for a quick photo. And the last photo will be board and management of REREC and KPLC. So if board and management of REREC, if we can kindly please come and stand on the side, so that will be the next picture after the contractors. All I think we're done with. Thank you. If we can have the governors and the leaders that are on stage to kindly retreat. Let's have all contractors please on stage. All contractors. Board and management of REREC and KPLC, please stand on the right of the stage. Your photo will be the last photo as we wind up. Let's please just look at the photo as we'll greet later so that we can have this photo taken. Thank you. If we can all exit to your right, to your left, please. To your left, let's have the board and management of REREC and KPLC as the last photo, please. And we take advantage of the bottom of the stage. All right, thank you. If we can exit to your left, kindly. Members of Parliament present, I am under duress to ensure that they get a photo. I had already arranged for those ones, but members of Parliament, karibuni. After that, Your Excellency, we have a flagging off of the COSAP vehicles, which are going to be supporting this project, which we shall witness as the flagging off is taking off. And the flagging off will have the honor of His Excellency flagging them off. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We'll request that now we may proceed to your left, sir, where we'll have the flagging off of vehicles. COSAP vehicles to be flagged off. The President will be joined by members of Parliament, governors, leaders from the different counties, as these are vehicles that are going to be supporting the counties with the electrification and the off-grid. And His Excellency will flag them off in 3. Oh wait, kwanza tufungue bendera. Ngoja. In 3, 2, 1, makofi kwake tafadhali as they flag, as they go. And now we have the vehicles that are going to be supporting Kawi Safi Mashinani, COSAP, Kenya Off-Grid Solar Access Project, wakisema ya kwamba ni Kawi Safi Mashinani. Na magari zikipita, basi nitaomba wale ambao tumeketi, tutasimama ili tumalizie kwa wimbo wa taifa, magari yakiisha. Naomba tafadhali sote sasa tusimame wima ili tuweze kumalizia kwa wimbo wa taifa. Wale ambao tumeketi, tafadhali tusimame kwa wimbo wa taifa.
Na sasa tumefika mwisho wa hafla hii. Naomba tafadhali tubaki mahali tulipo, tumruhusu rais aweze kutoka.
Ngoja tu. Okay.